Hello, in this video, I shall be discussing about core competencies analysis as a part of information that we get from strategic management accounting. Core competency analysis is basically the distinctive features of a particular company or firm which enables them to have an edge over other companies and firms, and they are almost having a very high customer base because all customers throng to that particular brand or company because they're providing that particular service or good without any flaw. So if you look at, for example, Google has its capacity or capability to provide such results which cannot be imitated by other firms. So it is basically a collection of people, skills, organization structure, resources, and technological know-how. So these things together provide costly leadership and advantage in cost leadership and product differentiation. So these per items, for all of us individuals at individual levels, we when we search the internet at first, most of us type Google, or like it is only through Google only we get various links or various get to various websites, etc. Or even searching maps, we use Google because it's the only way through which we get the basic uh, or we fulfill our basic needs. So also we can look at an example of Nokia, where it was one of the leader of feature phones at one point of time. But with change in dynamics and change in the industry and customers' demand, things also went uh, different because Nokia did not adopt the newer softwares or technology, and later on had to get itself sold to another company. And similarly, we can take an Indian example where we had Bajaj Auto. You must have seen some students might have seen scooters which were there earlier, but Bajaj scooters, two seaters. So with change in time and trend, these scooters were not demanded, and customers demanded shift. The customers shift the demand towards bikes and scooties nowadays, which led to the uh, reduction of sales in the Bajaj auto scooters. So core competency stems from two basic sources. One is resources. Resources are those factors that enable a company to create value for the customers. So they can be tangible or they can be intangible. So tangible, though we all know, like if you see the various headquarters, like it's very beautiful. The headquarters look very beautiful of various big firms like Facebook or Apple. So these firms have the basic structure with which it is convenient for the employees or the resources to get itself converted to the final output, and also the intangible assets or intangible resources like employees skill, brand, patent, technology. Like the employees, these employees are being recruited from various countries. It is not fixed, or it is not recruiting people from a particular region only. It is recruiting, these firms are recruiting people from across the globe, and thus the skill set or the knowledge or ideas are having a brainstorm, and thus they get the better output. Then we have capabilities. Capabilities refers to a company's ability to coordinate resources and put them to productive use. So with these skills and skill set and technology and tangible assets, they should be able to actually coordinate these resources and put them to productive use. Because once these are being brought into the organization, if it is there, like if it is not utilized properly, then it will be a cost for the organization. Thus, uh, optimum use of these resources leads to competency of the organization. So then we move on a value chain approach to core competencies for competitive advantage. So there's few points, 4 points, which you can see from the given slide. Validate core competencies in current businesses. So always it should be remembered that your current core competency should be related to current businesses. That is for the time being, for the current time, whatever competency you are having, or the organization is having, should be made available or should be put into the market in the current time only. Then we have leverage competencies to the value chains of other existing businesses. So leverage competencies to the value chains of other existing businesses is that the company should be manufacturing or producing items in such a way that once they are getting competent in a particular area, they should be also uh, helping other organizations. Not help, I'm not saying about helping, but other organizations should be able to grasp that particular method of selling that item, so that it is available to all people across the globe, and thus that particular firm which actually introduced that particular method or service becomes the parent company, and based on which, whose ideas or thoughts these changes have taken place. So that is what I'm talking about, that is leveraging. So that is a core competency maybe in one segment of business, or which can also be used in another. Like if a company is having a competency in one segment or in one firm, that can be leveraged, or that can be used. That particular idea can also be used in another business, and that business can become very strong in future. So there can be an excellent distribution network in one business and can be used to launch another product. So that is, if the same firm is using that particular competency, they can make use of that competency and produce another product or service. Then we can have the next item is use core competencies to reconfigure the value chains of existing business. So while you find that many firms manage their existing value chains better than their competitors, sophisticated firms works harder on using their core competencies to reconfigure the value chains to improve the payoff. Otherwise, competitors may exploit opportunities. So there should be always a time or always a point where they need to reconfigure or they need to reevaluate whether these competencies which used to be there in the organization, are they relevant with the current time or not. Then we have used core competencies to create new value chains. So with strong core competencies in its existing businesses, an organization can seek new customers by developing new value chains. So new value chains means adding new activities or deleting new activities, because you have such strong competencies that it is easier to make the work done. So example, like we have FedEx. You have heard of FedEx. FedEx transferred its expertise in delivery of small packages to contract new businesses with a particular firm for overnight distribution. So FedEx is basically famous for distribution. So its expertise of small delivery packages to big packages to contracts which delivers larger contents was employed, which led to its increase in value chains. So this is one of the these are some of the ways through which strategic management accounting or strategic cost management accounting helps in developing the firms. So with this we come to the end of today's class or lecture. Thank you.